Hello there and welcome to the Mobile Academy. And if you want to become a job ready Flutter developer, make sure to check out the courses on my website mobileacademy.io. Here you will find all of the courses related to the Flutter development. You will find the professional course as well as the basic course related to the Flutter. You can also find some of the free courses over here if you want to just go and try it out, or if you are just a beginner on the Flutter and then the React Native, you can also find the free course over here. And if you would like to be a full stack developer, we also have the course related to the full stack developer, related to the Node.js, Express, MongoDB, as well as the Flutter over here. And if you would like to join the Flutter bootcamp, there is also a bootcamp course over here. So make sure to go and check out the course over here. There are free and then they paid course. And if you want to be a job ready Flutter developer, this is the course that you want to take. So see you guys on the next lesson. Till then, have a great day. Now let us try to see how we can add a debugger to our application over here. And currently if you go to the task controller and if you put a breakpoint over here, so if you haven't add a breakpoint before, what you can do is before this particular line number from here, you can click on there and that will add a breakpoint. So breakpoint means that once you run the application, your application will come to this particular and break it over there, which means that it will stop over there to start a debugger over here. So we'll just click on to this particular line and I'll just have a red line over here, which means that the breakpoint is enabled now. And once the breakpoint is enabled, we can just go and send the request from the postman and it should actually trigger the breakpoint over here. But currently it is not getting triggered because we haven't configured the debugger for our application. So for that, what we'll do over here is we'll go to this particular icon in the VS Code, which is of the run and debug over here. Just click on this one and we'll customize the run and debug, create a launch.json file. So just go and click on this one and select the Node.js from here, since this is a Node.js application over here, and it will create this particular file in the .vs code folder with the launch.json over here. And what we need to do is we'll just go and remove this two from here. This is not required over here. What we require is we require the command over here, and then the command will be of the let's just go and we are using the npm run dev. Okay, so just copy this command from here and just go and paste it over here. So this is the npm run and dev from here, and property command is not allowed, so let's just go and move this one to the top from here and let's just put it over here. This is a command. And then once we have the command, we have the let's just go and put the name. So let's just arrange this properly, and then we have the type each of the node, right? So let's just say a node and then the terminal over here, not terminal, and that should be fine. And now the error is gone, and then the request each of the launch as well, and that should be fine, I guess. Launch, we can just give a name, different name, or you'll just say run dev. I'll just say run a dev ser server over here. That should be fine. So once we have this particular configuration, we can just go to our debug, run and debug from here, and we'll have this particular icon over here on the top. So this is the name that we have provided over here, run the dev server. We got that one. You can also add the another configuration below this one that will run the production server. So npm run, that will be, I guess, what was the command. So if you go back and if you go and take a look over here, that is the npm run prod. So let's just go and say this one is the npm run prod over here, and this is the npm run the prod production server. Once we create that, and if you go back over here to our run and debug, so we should have the two configuration file. One is to run the dev server and one is to run the production server. And we want to put a breakpoint in the dev server, right? So just go and select that dev server and just click on this particular play button from here, or this is a start button. and I guess we have to terminate this particular server. It is already running, so let's just go and terminate this one. And now let's just go and run this one, and that should start a new server for us. Now you can see that we have the debugger attached already over here, and this is the debugger that is already attached in our server, or in the VS Code actually. So let's go to the task controller, and now we'll put a breakpoint over here, and let's go back over here, and now we can send a request, and now we can see that we got the breakpoint triggered over here. And now you can see all of this configuration over here, and you have the task IDs undefined. So here are all of your local variables defined that you have over here. And now I can just click on the F10 over here, step over, right? So this is a step over, which means that go to the basically the next line of the code over here. And now you can see now our task ID each of this one, right? So now the variable for the task ID is set up. And now if I go to the step over again, right? Step over again, and now you can see that it went to the next line. So this is the step over, basically means that you want to go to the next line and next line. And from here, if I just go and trigger the step over, or you can just press the F10 from the keyboard, now it went inside this particular next with the error. So now you can see that we got an error, and you can see the error, the local variable is already defined over here, and you can read all of the messages that it has triggered. And you can just go and click on this particular F5, which is F continue, or if you want to go and step over and check the line of each line of the code that is executed on the next. So you can just go and click on this one, or you can just go and continue or press the F5 from here, and it will move on to the next the breakpoint. But currently we don't have any other breakpoint set up over here. That's why it went and executed that particular program, and then we got this particular error over here. So let's go and do the same thing in our get all tasks over here, and I'll just put a breakpoint over here, and also I will put a breakpoint over here. So now we have a 2 breakpoint over here. So now we'll go back to the tasks over here, and now let us try to send a request over here. And now we are over here, and just click. Now you can either click on the step over, which means that you want to go to the next line over here, right? And from here you can also, like if you want to go inside the this particular query, so let's say you want to go inside, you want to press the step into, which means that you want to go into this particular functionality, right? So this is a query that select. If you want to go inside that, you have to press on this one, so which is of the F11, right? If you can click on this one, this is of F11, and this is a step into, so you want to go into that particular functionality. And now I will just click on step over, which basically means that I want to go to the line by line. I don't want to go inside this particular the functionality, so I want to move on to the next, right? So let's just go and click on the F10 over here, step over. All right, so this is a step over, and now I want to come out of this one. So let's say if I go to the next one, and maybe you already found that what is required, and now I want to come out of this particular the execution from here, right? So I just can click on this one, so continue from here, or the F5 from your keyboard, and it should send me to the next breakpoint. So now I have this particular breakpoint over here, and now I reach to this particular breakpoint over here. And now if you want to go inside of this one, you can just go and click on F10, means that you want to move on to the next line of the code, right? And if you want to go into, so this is the step into, so you want to go inside of that particular code. So now you can just go and now once you are inside of this particular functionality, what you can do is you can step over, or F10, and now we will see that we got the status code, and next should be written from this, and the status code is assigned, which is of the 200. Now I want to come back from here, or let's just go and move on to the step over from here. you can see that the local variable are also set up over there, and now we are back over here again. And that is what we actually are looking over here. And now if you put a breakpoint, and if you don't have any of the next breakpoint, and from here the application is going to send a request back to the client, right? Sorry, the response back to the client. So I can just click on the F5 or continue. So that should continue in the execution of the code until it finds the next breakpoint. But currently we don't have any next breakpoint. That's why the program got executed and we got all of the response back from the API. So I hope you got the idea how to make use of the debugger over here, and also how to create this particular launch.json file, and how to configure it, and how to create or how to trigger a breakpoint, how to add the breakpoint over here, and how to debug your application. You just have to remember the continue, which is of the you want to move on to the next breakpoint, and then this step over, which is of F10. That means that you want to move on to the next line of the code. And step into means that you want to go inside that particular functionality, or you want to go inside that particular function. And then step out, which means that you want to come out of that particular function, right? And that's all for this particular lesson, and hope you got how we can use this one, and you should go and play around with this one to get more idea. So let's meet up in the next one. Till then, have a great day.